Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Yolanda Hayes. If you do not know who I am a licensed North Carolina real estate agent in the Winston-Salem area. I do service the Greensboro, High Point, Winston, and Lexington areas, as well as the Charlotte area. Today's topic is going to be about the infamous NACA program. NACA is talked about a lot in the housing community, and I want to give you a few pointers and a few things to expect when you decide that you want to use this program. So if you're interested in hearing more about the NACA program and what to expect before you go to the workshop, keep on watching. Okay, so first off, NACA is a program that helps buyers save a lot of money, but it also gets you disciplined on just being prepared on purchasing a home. So when people hear about no down payment, no closing costs or points on the mortgage, below market fixed rate, no credit score requirement, when people hear that, I mean, everyone wants to sign up. Where do I sign? Where do I sign up? Who do I need to talk to? But the difference of this program is that it is character-based, meaning that you must be disciplined, you must be patient, you must be organized. I mean, they look over everything as far as your habits. So what that means is you have to know that you have to pay your bills on time. And in order to pay your bills on time, they ensure that you're going to show that you can pay your bills on time. They look over your last 2 years of any kind of credit issues. So in the last 2 years, the last 24 months, they do look back and see if you had anything late. That is a character flaw if you have had anything late on your credit. So if you have anything late showing on your credit in the last 2 years, do not sign up for the workshop. Focus on your credit, wait the 2 years, and keep on paying your bills on time so that nothing falls on your credit while you're waiting to be prepared for the program. Now, if something hits your credit while you're in the program, unfortunately, you do get penalized, meaning you have to start all over back 12 months. Not the full 24 months, but you do have to start over 12 months. Because this program, to me, I feel like it is keeping you accountable. It makes sure that you can make your payments, and it makes sure that you are being a responsible adult. And if you fall short at some point, you are penalized, just like you would be if you missed a car payment, just like if you missed a credit card payment, or if you missed a mortgage payment. You are penalized because it hits your credit, and then you have fees associated with that. So this particular program, to me, is keeping you accountable. So a lot of people speak negatively about this program, but it is great. I have proof. I have buyers that have finished this program and in their homes today. So people do speak negatively about this program and say, oh my God, it takes so long. I've been in the program for a whole year. Well, the reason that they've been in the program for a whole year is because, number one, they started the program and they were not mentally ready to make sure that everything needed to be done and upfront, ready to meet with their counselors. Number two, they may have missed what are called shock payments. So shock payments is something that a lot of people end up messing up. Don't sign up for the workshop if you are not financially prepared either. A shock payment means here's your rent, here's your new monthly mortgage payment. So I'm just going to give you an example. If your current rent is $800 a month and your new mortgage payment is going to run you around $1,200 a month, that's a $400 difference. That is your shock payment. You have to be able to save up $400, or basically that difference. So if your rent is $1,100 a month and your new mortgage payment is going to be $1,200, you only have to save up $100. So in a nutshell, if you look over your debt, all your monthly payments that are coming out of your bank account, versus your income. So you may have to cut out a few things. You may have to make some sacrifices. No getting your hair done. No getting your nails done. No, I mean, you got to go to the barbershop. I know men got to go to the barbershop, but it's definitely not as expensive as a woman going to the hair salon. But you may have to make some sacrifices to find some wills to find that money. Because if you join the program and you say that you can, you know, make these shock payments, oh, I can save $400 a month, and then you miss a payment, you are penalized because you have to start back. You may have to start back 6 months. You may have to start back 12 months. You know, you have to, you know, basically start the program over again, and that is you being held accountable. So, you know, that's why a lot of people speak negatively about the program, unfortunately, because they're not able to keep up with their shock payments. If your counselor asks you for a document and you fail to do that, you're going to be held accountable. So they are trying to make sure you are held accountable for anything that you did not do. Now, patience is definitely something that is needed in this program. Patience, a good attitude, determination, being organized, keeping a file folder together so that you can keep all your files together, because it's going to happen. Your counselor may lose a document. You may have sent a document in, you upload them to the website, and it may get lost. Something may have happened and your counselor needs it. You have to be ready to send it again. Don't get upset. Don't say, oh my God, I just sent him this document and I've done sent it to you 4 times already. No, stay positive. Look at the end game. Look at the end game of being in your home. If they ask you for one document 10 times, send it 10 times. So you do have to be organized. So another thing, you know, meeting with your counselor, if you are in the Triad area, Winston-Salem, not the Triad, I'm sorry. If you're in Winston-Salem, Lexington area, your counselor may be in Charlotte, because there's no main office here in Winston-Salem. If you're in Greensboro, your counselor may be in Raleigh, because those are the 2 main locations here for North Carolina. So you have to be willing to at least make a trip at least one time to meet with your counselor, which is the initial intake meeting, either those areas. So that is very important. You have to know up front that you may have to make a trip to Charlotte if you're in Winston, or you may have to make a trip to Raleigh if you are in the Greensboro area. So when you actually attend the workshop or decide that this is the program you want to go with, because the reason that I say this is a good program, and I'm actually going to go more in detail in other videos, this is just a quick overview of what to expect of the program. But being that you don't have to have a down payment, you don't have to have closing costs, you get a better interest rate. Somebody else that's going through the program may have a higher interest rate than you, because you automatically get a better interest rate and no credit score requirements. So that program sounds amazing. You just have to be willing to put in the work and be organized. So when it's time to meet with your counselor, so this is what I say to people before you even go to the workshop: be prepared. So I can actually speak with you before you go to the workshop. So if you are in the Winston-Salem or Triad area or Lexington area and you think this is a program that's good for you, okay, again, you must be disciplined, you must be patient, you must be organized. It is a character-based program. This is a nonprofit organization that is here to help you. What the saying is, bad things happen to good people. If you're going through divorce, if you've lost your job, and you have always been a responsible person and you're ready to be a homeowner, this is the program for you. Unfortunately, if you're someone who don't pay their bills or don't, try their best to stay organized, or don't, are not disciplined, and you're not self-motivated, this may not be the program for you. So look over, just think about your history, think about your past. Do you quickly give up? If you're someone that quickly gives up, this may not be the program for you. This is not the program for everyone. But if you know that you want to be a homeowner, you are determined, and you're willing to put in the work, then you are perfect for this program because it helps you save so much. Okay, so as far as the shock payments, that's definitely one thing that people miss the mark on. And then also making sure nothing hits your credit while you are in the program. So it's very important to make sure nothing hits your credit in a negative impact on your credit. But also, there is a list of documents your counselor is going to need and want before you get to them. So you want to already have these things already ready. Your counselor may say, after the fact, well, have these things to me the next time. No, if you already have it ready before, at the time you have your intake meeting, then you're already ahead of the game already. So things like filling out a budget form, that is I have a copy of one. So when you meet with me and decide this is the program that you want to go with, I'm going to give you that document so it's already done. Making sure that you have to complete the landlord and employer form. You have to have your W-2s, the last 2 years of your W-2s. You have to have your bank statements, the last 90 days of all pages of all open accounts. You do have to be a voter. So that's another thing some people did not know, that you also have to be a voter and registered to vote. But there's several other things that says preparing for your intake appointment, what to do. So being that I have this book already, so before the workshop, I have this book already. So I know what they want. So when we meet, and as far as meeting, I do want to set up more of a video consultation so that, I'm not going to my office and you're not coming all the way to my office only to find out you may not be ready to join this program. I am ready to work with anyone who is ready right now. And I'm going to start a little series to go more into detail about this program. And you do have to have upfront cost money. So it is about $3,500 to $4,500. That has absolutely nothing. These are all costs that has absolutely nothing to do with your down payment and closing costs. These are costs as far as your upfront costs, as far as earnest money, due diligence fees, and things like that. And I go over more of that in detail later. But you do want to have about $3,500 to $4,500 saved up. So that's another thing that has been a downfall for people who are trying to get into NACA. And unfortunately, they start doing videos on YouTube and making negative comments about NACA, that NACA is not a good program. But it is a good program. As long as you are willing to put in the work and you are willing to make the sacrifices and be determined to be a homeowner, it's not a bad program. So if you are interested, please reach out to me. Give me a call. I'm here to work with you. And again, I will go ahead and make some videos of this program so that you can know a little bit more in depth of what you need to have. Thank you so much. Make sure you subscribe, like this video, and if you are on Instagram, that is where I post most of my information, and all of my content is on Instagram. So please follow me there at soldbyolanda_realtor. I will talk to you guys soon, and thank you so much for watching.